to the graduation ceremony for Flex Tech's class of 2021.
Well, after watching so many of our older siblings and friends experience this so many times, it's finally our turn. If you're one of the parents, teachers, or even just someone walking by the mill pond today and you don't know what all these people are doing here, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the Flex Tech High School class of 2021! For some of us, this ceremony was something we weren't even sure if we were going to make it to, as we're all well aware of the unique year we have all had to deal with. Not only did we come into our senior year with our world in absolute chaos, but now we were forced to make a drastic change. By being forced to work from home, we were isolated from our teachers and our friends. And a lot of us found it hard to find motivation to do the work from home. But every single one of you being here tonight shows that you worked through it. That's also why we owe a huge thank you to all the parents and teachers for their invaluable support over this past difficult year. By sacrificing all the time that you did to help every single one of us make it here tonight is something that we are never going to forget. However, tonight is still about us. Fellow seniors, tonight is something that you get to take pride in and be proud of, as this is something that you worked very hard for. And it's something that no one gets to take away from you. So, as we spend one final evening together as we walk into our adult life, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our school leader, Mr. Wasner.
Good evening and welcome again. I'd like to thank our board members for being here today. We have Andy Kraft, Susan Dunn, Blythe Patterson, and Jen Lang for joining us. Thank you and welcome. I'd like to also recognize our authorizer, Central Michigan University, and our charter management organization, CS Partners. I'd really like, as Jacob just did, I'd like to thank the staff for the amazing job they've done to get all the graduates here today. You know that they've poured in literal blood, sweat, and tears to making sure that you got here today, so thank you, staff. And while we've been working with your students for 4 or more years, we know that you know your kids better than we do since you've raised them 17 to 19 years. So there's something I read on the internet, it was a couple months back now. Maybe you read it too. It's really stuck with me. You know, thinking about the time that we're in right now. 10 years from now, you'll reach into your closet, you'll pull out a hoodie, put that hoodie on, you'll reach into the pocket and you'll pull out a mask and you'll think, that was a crazy year, right? Then you'll go and grab the machete off your shelf and be ready to face the zombies as you go stock up at 7-Eleven and make sure you can get through the next week. I had to work in some dystopian humor there for Mr. Lieberman. A lot of people like to talk about learning loss. It's this idea that over the last 15 months, students haven't gotten as much education and they've missed out on some learning. And I don't want to downplay the impact that education has had, or that these last 15 months have had on your education, but I think that's a bunch of nonsense. I don't think you've lost anything. I think you've gained. I think over these past 15 months, you never stopped learning. And there's a lot that you can learn about yourselves from this last year and a half that you can take with you for the rest of your life.
This year has been crazy. It's honestly amazing that after all these restrictions we've been through, protocols and challenges we faced this year, it's definitely been like one of the hardest years to graduate. So I want to say congrats to all you guys for that. And yeah, all these skills we've learned from this past year, let's take these and use them to be successful in our future, like I all know we will. I believe everybody graduating today is gonna be successful and live their life to the best. So I just also want to give a thanks to the staff, especially Ms. Schrock and Ms. Urban. I love you guys. And yeah, so this is our year, class of 2021. This is our day. Let's be proud of ourselves. Let's do our best. And yeah, thank you guys.
Number 1, as you positively learned in these closing weeks of school, deadlines do matter. Your boss will not care if your Chromebook is dead. Number 2, Today may be a rite of passage to adulthood, but you're not truly an adult until you start buying your own toilet paper and paper towel. That's real talk. Number 3, most important, listen to music every single day. And number 10, finally, take ownership. Many of you have heard me say this in the classroom, take ownership. What I mean by this is that your world is what you make it. I recognize that we are all made up of different backgrounds and experiences, and some of our paths may be more challenging than others, but what doesn't change is that we can choose to own that path if we want. Today is a celebration. You are all experiencing a rite of passage that is a symbol of growth and maturation. You will receive congratulations from friends and family, maybe even some cash inside a few thoughtful cards. But when all this is said and done, school has ended, graduation parties attended, you may find yourself thinking, what next? That answer will be different for each of you, but one thing that I hope is true for all of you is that no matter what you do, you will own it.
I've always been told, success is when preparation meets opportunity. 2020 graduates, you're ready. I promise you, you're ready. Today, I hope you realize one thing, life's pretty tough. But guess what? You are tougher. Let that sink in. You're here today. You did it. Despite a pandemic in which we've all suffered some form of loss, you've come out on the other side stronger, and you're to be commended. But I would like to share just a few insights and observations that have personally helped me and that I've shared with students for my 20 years to help them be more courageous and more confident in whatever that next chapter is. They're pretty simple. No test afterwards, but just think about it. Number 1, trust yourself and your abilities. Number 2, Mr. Jones, I wasn't lying. It's okay to fail. Trust me, I've fallen on my face more times than I've risen, but the key is that I've risen. Number 3, probably in my eyes, the most important, kindness over all else. But I leave you with this thought, and let this sink in. Falcons, your wings already exist. All you have to do is have the courage and the confidence to leave this nest and fly. And I guarantee you, you will enjoy the view if you fly. Thank you and congratulations, Flex Tech class of 2021.
Advisory is unique to Flex Tech, and it's something that every student participates in every year that they're here. Their advisor is someone that they build close relationships with throughout their time. They are their biggest cheerleader, in some cases their school parent. They hold them accountable, they encourage them, they lift them up. That's why we do things a little bit differently at Flex Tech. Your advisors are going to be giving a brief speech, thanking you for the time that they've gotten to spend with you over these last years, and they will be calling your name as you cross the stage.
Nicholas Martindale. Miss Annabelle McKinley. Brady Meehan. Nolan O'Neill. Steve Quintana. Love the haircut. Anthony Robbins. And Jacob Snyder. And with that, Leo Ho. All right, Jake Sam. Joni Slozar. Elizabeth Stanley.
I'm so proud of all the work that he did. So congratulations, Eli.
So my first graduate is a recipient of the Role Model Award for embodying Fox Tech values of kindness, social awareness, and empathy. Lydia Ellis. Love you. Next, Emma Gartley. Next we have Jacob Hale, who's also the recipient of the Flex Tech Falcon Award for the impact that you've made on the school through your leadership, innovation, and ideas. Congratulations. All right, next we have the wonderful Isabel King, who is that person who did that duckling project that we've been hearing about. Hi. Next, we have another special award for Adeline, the Flex Tech Falcon Award for the impact you've made on the school through your leadership, innovation, and ideas. And the lovely Heaven McKirk with awesome performance. The two-year graduate, Madeline Meyer. And Nathan Smith, my Friday advisee. And finally, the advisee I shared with multiple people, Ms. McNamara and Ms. Elshire, great and young.
You have inspired me more than you will ever know and have reminded me why I became a teacher in the first place. And even though gracing my presence every week, I am so excited for what the future holds for me because I know there will be. So, everybody, Elena Vogel.
The first one is Jude Rain Murphy. Noah Sturos.
I will end this with saying I pray that no matter what you face in life from here on out, that you can choose to see how beautiful the journey is. And so, I'm going to call these beautiful people across the stage. Brendan Deskins. I'm at Flex Tech. Aiden Frazzini. Ryan McRae. Casey Ray Postal. Claire Shields. And Aaron White. Student founder of National Honor Society. So, all right, Grace Ashworth. Ren Budd. Ruby Goldsworthy. Isaac Johnston. Corey Kerr. Alexa Kopek. It's for a significant contributor to the Community Award for Abigail Strong. Michaela Van Satch, and Nick Voigt.